Japan shouldn't exist by normal logic. A country constantly hit by earthquakes, facing a rapidly aging population and extremely limited living space, yet somehow it runs with a level of order, ethics, and technology that the rest of the world struggles to match. Here, loneliness is turned into a business. Morality isn't enforced by law, but built into everyday habits, and there are social rules that leave many foreigners genuinely shocked when they first discover them. In this video, you'll uncover 15 jaw-dropping facts about Japan, from bizarre cultural norms and moral mysteries to railway miracles and essential things every traveler must know. Watch until the end, because the final one is something many people wish they had known sooner. Number 1. The country that defies all survival laws. Japan doesn't follow the usual rules of survival. It's a nation built on some of the most geologically dangerous land on Earth, where 4 massive tectonic plates collide head-on. Sitting right in the Pacific Ring of Fire, Japan shakes with roughly 1,500 earthquakes a year. That's about 4 quakes every single day. But what stuns the world isn't the frequency, it's the human response. Even a magnitude 7 quake won't cause chaos. People line up calmly, check the info, and then just go back to their day. Japanese living spaces defy conventional logic too. Out of thousands of islands, 97% of over 123 million people cram onto just 4 main ones. Mountains cover most of the land, squeezing cities into tiny pockets. Tokyo sees neighborhoods packing more than 20,000 people per square kilometer, way denser than New York. In many countries, that would mean chaos. In Japan, clean streets, safety, and order at a world-class level. The Japanese archipelago stretches nearly 3,000 kilometers from north to south, half the length of the US, with climates ranging from near Arctic to subtropical, and nowhere more than 150 kilometers from the sea. That gives Japan, despite its small land area, one of the largest maritime economic zones on the planet. In reality, it's more a maritime powerhouse than the tiny country many imagine. All these factors create a massive paradox. A country with scarce land, constant earthquakes, an aging population, and low birth rates, yet one that maintains social order, operational efficiency, and safety standards that amaze Europe and the US. And this is just the beginning of 15 mind-blowing facts about Japan. Number 2. Bizarre culture that shocked the whole world. In Japan, even the tiniest daily rules reveal a highly refined cultural system. Take onsens, the traditional hot springs. For many Western tourists, tattoos are just personal expression. In Japan, full-body irizumi tattoos are historically tied to the Yakuza, the organized crime groups who use tattoos as a mark of identity and loyalty. Surveys show more than half of onsens still ban tattooed guests, not discrimination, but because it's impossible for owners to tell a fashion tattoo from a gang one. The subway takes cultural shock up a notch. During Tokyo rush hour, more than 200 people can cram into a single car. In New York or London, that would equal chaos and noise. In Japan, phones are mostly on manner mode, and calling someone is a serious breach of etiquette. The paradox: a jam-packed space where you can barely hear a pin drop. Then there's tipping. In the US or Europe, it's expected. In Japan, leaving a tip can be insulting. It suggests the staff isn't paid enough, or that service needs extra incentive. In Japanese culture, providing great service is part of the job, not something you reward. Staff might even run after you to return a tip they think you left by mistake. Even business cards carry deep meaning. They represent your position and honor. You hand and receive them with both hands, read them carefully before putting them away. Writing on someone else's card in front of them? Huge offense. Smoking is another paradox. Despite a significant number of smokers, most big cities ban smoking while walking, with steep fines. Smokers must use designated booths, often glass enclosures on the street. To many Western visitors, it's mind-blowing. Number 3. The secret matriarchy in Japan. Few dare to talk about it. In Japan, dating and family life for women follow a logic that's pretty unusual. Let's start with money. Research from SoftBrain Field shows 74% of Japanese households let women control the entire budget. This system is called okozukai. Each month, the husband hands over 100% of his salary to his wife. She becomes the family's financial CEO, paying bills, saving, investing, and giving the husband a fixed allowance, usually $200 to $400. Want to buy something pricey? You have to ask her. Even when both partners work, women often manage both incomes and make the final spending decisions. So when a woman pays for dinner out, It's not role reversal, it's simply reality. Whoever holds the wallet calls the shots. Dating works the same way. Instead of high-pressure one-on-one dating like in the US or Europe, Japanese women often go on gokon group dates. Almost half of Japanese people in their 40s meet partners this way. A typical gokon has 3 to 4 men and 3 to 4 women at a restaurant, swapping seats every 20-30 minutes. It reduces pressure and lets people observe each other naturally. If nothing clicks, the evening is still a relaxed social gathering. Even at work, women face unique expectations. Many companies encourage female employees to use a high, soft, cute voice called kawaii voice. It's considered polite and feminine, though controversial because it pressures women to adjust how they speak to fit societal norms. All of this creates a paradox. Women control the family finances, yet Japan still has the highest gender pay gap in the G7, and many companies expect women to quit after childbirth. Okozukai acts as a power balance. When women face career limitations, they get nearly total authority at home, a rare social equilibrium few countries possess. Number 4. Japanese technology that will make you say, unbelievable. In Japan, technology isn't just in labs or flashy demos, it sneaks into the smallest moments of daily life. Take high-tech toilets. Around 80% of Japanese households use a washlet, and Toto has sold over 60 million worldwide. It's not just a water spray. Japanese toilets have heated seats, adjustable massage sprays, dryers, instant deodorizing, night LEDs, and sound effects to cover noise. Top models have UV sterilization and health sensors. Some tourists even splurge $3,000 to take one home. Step out and you'll find Combini, where the idea of a convenience store is completely redefined. With over 50,700 stores running 24/7, 365, you can grab a bento for $4 or $6, a freshly brewed coffee for $1.50, pay bills, withdraw cash, send packages, even print documents. Every transaction is analyzed by time, age, and gender to stock exactly what's needed. In space-starved Tokyo, automated parking is another jaw-dropper. Drop off your car, and it's whisked into a spot by sensors and digital maps. At $3.50 an hour, it's safe and doubles land efficiency. Hotels become tech labs too. Henna Hotel ran hundreds of robots receptionists, porters. Facial recognition opens doors. Tablets replace front desk staff. Even though some robots were retired due to glitches, the concept shows Japan testing the future in real life for just $80 and $150 a night. And smaller tech hits the mark too. Ikasa rents umbrellas for 70 yen day via QR code. Spacer smart lockers are app-controlled. With QR payments up 400%, Japan shows its core philosophy. Tech doesn't need to impress, it just solves real problems. Number 5. The hidden ethics of Japan. What you never knew. In Japan, ethics aren't slogans or strict laws, they live in everyday behavior. Lost items are the first shock. About 80% of lost property in Japan finds its way back to its owner. Tokyo Metropolitan Police alone handle over 4 million lost items annually. Wallets, phones, laptops, even hundreds of dollars in cash often returned intact. There's a dedicated lost and found with dozens of staff keeping items for months before donation. Not returning something is shameful, not lucky. Then there's the clean streets paradox. Tokyo, home to 14 million, has almost no public trash cans since 1995. People take their trash home. Children are taught, your trash is your responsibility. Littering publicly is dishonorable. Japanese fans cleaning up after the World Cup became a global sensation, embodying this mindset. Small acts of honesty are everywhere. A 1 yen coin must be returned. Clerks chase customers to correct a few yen shortage. Taxi drivers return lost cash. Accuracy is personal honor, and taking what's not yours is an affront to character. This explains the awe around Japanese queuing. At busy stations, simple floor lines guide hundreds to wait, let others off, then board no guards, no reminders. Cutting the line is a severe social shame. Mistakes are handled differently too. Apologies come before lawsuits. Companies often hold press conferences with executives bowing publicly. Japan has one of the lowest litigation rates among developed countries. A culture of reconciliation, taking responsibility, and voluntary compensation is considered the ethical standard. Number 6. Loneliness turned into $1 million business, only in Japan. Under the thick neon glow of Akihabara and Shinjuku, maid cafes pop up like little worlds that leave most visitors utterly baffled at first glance. For just 15 to 30 bucks, you step into a space where you're called master or princess, greeted with overly cute rituals, and suddenly cast as the star on a stage straight out of an anime. The moment you walk in, everything follows a clear script. Staff bow, call you by a special title, and pull you into performative rituals. The most famous is Mo Mo Kyun, where you and the maid form a heart with your hands, shout the magic words, and charge your food with love. It's not about making the meal tastier, it's about turning eating into a performance. You're paying for the role, not the latte. Business-wise, maid cafes are colder than the adorable image they sell. A typical cafe can rake in around $1,000,000 a month thanks to super low costs. Many are tucked on upper floors of old buildings with cheap rent. Staff are part-timers, called in when it's busy, sent home when it's quiet. This flexible setup appeals to young female students but also makes them easily replaceable. For visitors, the bill often comes as a shock. A two-person visit can hit 6,000 yen, about $40, even though the food is average. Prices soar thanks to add-ons like Polaroid photos, private performances, or special rituals. Here, you're not buying food, you're buying attention. There's a darker side behind the smiles. Maid cafe workers earn roughly 14,022 an hour but face high pressure. Keeping up the kawaii image non-stop, never breaking character, and dealing with customers who expect the impossible. Many in the industry admit the pay is low and the mental load heavier than typical service jobs. At its core, a maid cafe isn't just a cafe. It's an emotional theater for those seeking a temporary welcome in an otherwise closed society. For travelers, it's both enchanting and jarring, a place where cuteness becomes a product and loneliness a service with a price tag. Number 7. Inside Japan's Railway Miracle. Perfection. You won't believe. In Tokyo, trains aren't just transport, they're a system operating close to human limits. And tucked inside this world is a job that leaves Western travelers speechless. The Oshiya, the professional train pushers. Every day, Tokyo's train network moves nearly 40 million passengers, more than the entire population of Canada. JR East alone handles around 17 million riders across over 12,000 trains daily. During morning rush hour, stations like Shinjuku or Tokyo turn into massive human pressure points. That's when the Oshiya step in, uniformed, white gloves on, pressing people into cars so doors can close on time. To Western eyes, it looks rough, but it's highly trained work. Oshiya don't just shove randomly. They know exactly where to apply pressure on shoulders or torso, avoiding pain points and keeping people balanced. The white gloves signal respect forces used, but carefully. The goal isn't cramming people, it's keeping the trains punctual. Punctuality in Japan is legendary. Shinkansen trains average only 18 to 20 seconds late. Urban lines run about 50 seconds behind schedule. If a train is over a minute late, the company publicly apologizes and issues delay certificates for passengers to explain at work. In that context, leaving a train door open because a passenger hasn't boarded is unacceptable. This precision relies not only on Oshiya, but also on extreme technical design. Seats line the walls, freeing the center for standing passengers. Every detail from doors to handrails to passageways is optimized down to the last inch. Space isn't flexible here, it's a science. Oshiya isn't a quirky job, it's a symbol of a society that prioritizes collective discipline and exactitude over individual comfort. Number 8. Hidden travel spots. Only locals know about. Near Nasu's hot springs in Tochigi lies a strange place known as Sessho Seki, the Killing Stone. The lone rock sits amid sulfur-laden earth, with heat and mild toxic fumes rising year-round. A stone path leads up the hill, marked with a clear sign, "Do not touch the stone." Up close, the dark rock juts out against the gray-white ground, a scene both wild and eerie. Legend says Sessho Seki seals the spirit of Tamamo no Mei, the nine-tailed fox who once seduced the emperor. Punished, it turned to stone, cursing anyone who touched it. The rock became nationally famous in March 2022 when it mysteriously split in two, despite no earthquakes or impacts. Geologists suggest thermal expansion or rainwater seepage, yet the crack was unnaturally clean and even. Locals noted birds and animals vanished days before, adding to the mystique. Online, rumors swirled that the fox spirit had escaped, turning seishoseki into a nationwide talking point. Science can't fully explain it, but in Japan, some things are meant to be observed, not understood. Over 300 kilometers away in Kyoto, Zuiho-in Temple in the Daitokuji complex hides another oddity: a minimalist rock garden that confounds visitors. White sand and a few stones arranged precisely create shadows that tilt against the sun, even at noon. Some experts chalk it up to optical illusions, but photos taken at the same time often differ. Another theory says it reflects Zen impermanence, where imperfection itself is the ultimate beauty. Zuiho-in remains open today, not just to witness the anomaly, but to let visitors ponder the delicate line between nature, light, and human perception. Number 9. Japan's hot travel spots. Don't miss these. Mount Fuji is Japan's ultimate icon. At 3,076 meters, it's not only the tallest peak, but one of the world's most perfectly symmetrical volcanoes. At sunrise, sunlight hits the snow-capped peak in a phenomenon called goraiko, sacred in Japanese culture. Many Western travelers admit it's one of those sunrises worth waking up at 4 a.m. for. At its base lies Lake Kawaguchi, a still mirror reflecting the entire mountain. During cherry blossom season, delicate pink surrounds the snowy peak, creating a surreal scene photographers struggle to capture. Even though it's one of the most photographed spots in Japan, first-timers are often in disbelief. Beyond the mountains, Itsukushima Shrine amazes. At high tide, its 16-meter-tall torii gate appears to float on the sea, blurring reality and mythology. Built in the 12th century, it embodies Shinto philosophy. Humans and gods aren't rigidly separate. Many Western visitors find this a rare, tangible encounter with spiritual harmony. Hakone slows the pace with hot springs. The magic isn't just the mineral water, but soaking while glimpsing Mount Fuji in the distance. For those used to Western spa resorts, the raw connection to nature redefines relaxation. Japan isn't just mountains and temples. A short 3-hour flight from Tokyo takes you to Okinawa, Japan's Hawaii, with year-round sea temps of 22 to 28 degrees and crystal-clear water. Many Westerners are shocked to discover coral reefs rivaling Southeast Asia. Sunscreen is a must. The UV is intense. Closer to Osaka, Shirahama's quartz-white beaches feel Mediterranean. What blows Americans away? A few steps from the sea, you can soak in centuries-old open-air hot springs, a combo rare in the West. Finally, the Tottori sand dunes stretch over 30 kilometers, with dunes up to 50 meters tall reaching the sea. Japan's only natural desert. Riding camels over golden sands with the sea breeze whipping is an experience many Americans say they'd never believe without seeing. Number 10. Japan's nightlife, like you've never seen before. Nighttime in Japan is when the society lets off steam, human energy, and emotion freed, yet still under mind-blowing control. Most nights start at Shibuya Crossing. More than just an intersection, a living social experiment. About 1 million people pass daily. Every 2 minutes, nearly 3,000 pour in from all directions. No cops, no barricades, no whistles. And somehow, no collisions. People split, dodge, and flow like a living algorithm. Even at midnight, while Western cities sleep, Shibuya glows in LEDs and the human rhythm never slows. Chaos on the surface, perfect order underneath Tokyo in a nutshell. Venture into side streets, and the real heart shows in narrow alleys with izakaya. These aren't just bars, they're psychological release valves. After a day of silence and hierarchy, nomikai culture lets workers speak freely. Complaints, frustrations, even heated debates. The unspoken rule: what's said over drinks vanishes by morning. No record, no punishment. Sociologists call izakaya the safety valve that keeps a rigid society intact. Later comes karaoke, not in front of strangers but in private rooms. Sing off-key, scream, cry, or stay silent. No judgment. Karaoke boxes dominate the Tubidai market, boosting mood and breathing for students, office workers, and elders alike. In a society demanding extreme emotional control, these rooms are rare outlets. Nightlife extends to Shinjuku's Kabukicho, dense with adult entertainment. What surprises Western visitors isn't host clubs or bars, it's the staggering safety. Cameras, patrols, and structure make 3 a.m. strolls safer than many Western downtowns by day. Even nightlife operates within strict order. A few steps away is Golden Gai, a parallel world. About 200 tiny bars, 5-8 patrons each, squeezed into narrow alleys. Born from post-white tea black markets, it's largely unchanged for 70-plus years. Cramped spaces force strangers close, sparking conversation and connection. For many Western visitors, it feels like stepping back into 1950s Tokyo. Number 11. The social order trap in Japan. Will you notice it? Japan is admired for near-perfect order, trains on time, flawless service, smooth societal machinery. But beneath that stability lies a rigid hierarchy, operating like a modern feudal system. At its core is Senpai Kohai Senior and Junior. This isn't mere politeness, it's a rule governing everything, from schools to offices. Even a single year's difference creates unbreakable boundaries. In offices, seating reflects status. Seniors at prestigious spots, juniors near the door. Meetings rarely see juniors speak unless cleared. Silence equals respect. Initiative risks overstepping. Post-WWA, lifetime employment reinforced this order. Companies guaranteed jobs, employees offered absolute loyalty. During rapid growth, it worked. But as growth slowed, cracks appeared, underperformers stayed, while young talent got blocked simply because their turn hadn't come. Stability turned into stagnation. The roots trace back to feudal times. Lord-samurai relations didn't vanish in 1868. They morphed into company-employee dynamics. Giri, duty, and on, obligation, endure. Employment means debt, repaid with your career. To Westerners, this is foreign. To Japanese, it's ethics. Result: social mobility is tough. Post-war leaps faded by the 1990s. Family wealth, not ability, increasingly determines status. Born rich, stay high. Born poor, climbing is nearly impossible. Another irony: age equals authority. Talented young staff cannot surpass senpai, even if clearly superior. Oddly, older hires may still use honorifics for younger colleagues with more seniority and tenure. Age and service hierarchy coexist, rules not to be broken. Number 12. Japan's most stunning festivals. Missing them is regret for life. Japan's festival season kicks off with Hanami. But Hanami isn't just about flowers. When cherry blossoms bloom, the whole country slows to witness beauty that lasts only days. Parks, riversides, and neighborhoods become sacred spaces for gathering, eating, chatting, and embracing life's fleeting nature. Summer erupts with Gion Matsuri in Kyoto. Streets turn into living history stages. Massive wooden floats, tens of meters tall and weighing up to 12 tons, roll slowly through the city. What shocks? The cultural treasures aboard Persian rugs, Chinese silk, European fabrics from the 16th century. Not props, but a mobile museum, recognized as an important cultural property and UNESCO heritage. Up north, Aomori Nebuta Festival offers a different spectacle. About 3 million visitors see 5-meter-high, 9-meter-long lanterns blazing at night. Each Nebuta takes 3 months and hundreds of hands to craft. The final night, lanterns float into the sea with fireworks, a ritual of purification and longevity. For Westerners, it feels like a fantasy movie, yet it's real. In Tokushima, Awa Odori blurs audience and performer. 300,000 dancers and 1.3 million viewers fill streets. Everyone can join. The famous saying, "If you don't dance, you're a fool. If you do, you're a fool, so just dance," reflects a rare freedom in a disciplined society, surprising many Western visitors. The spiritual side shines in Nachi no Hai Matsuri. 12 giant torches, 50 kilos each, burn at night, representing 12 gods and 12 months. Flames purify the path to Nachi Falls, worshipped as a living deity. This isn't entertainment, it's an ancient ritual retaining its original power. During Obon, tranquility returns with Toro Nagashi. Thousands of lanterns float on rivers, carrying messages to ancestors. Their tiny lights on dark waters create a scene both beautiful and melancholic, leaving Western visitors moved by Japan's view of death as a transition, not an end. Number 13. Japanese cuisine. A unique tradition. You must try. Sashimi doesn't need heavy sauces or complex spices. Its quality hinges on freshness and the chef's skill. A perfect slice of salmon or tuna melts on your tongue, leaving pure sweetness that needs no explanation. For Westerners used to masking flavors, this is shocking. In Japan, perfection leaves little room for extras. But the true soul lies in dashi. This broth quietly connects most Japanese dishes. Traditional dashi needs just kombu, dried kelp, and katsuobushi, bonito flakes. Kombu offers natural glutamates, katsuobushi inosinate. Together, they amplify umami. Temperature is key. Kombu must not boil, or sweetness turns bitter. It's precise science disguised as cooking art. Dashi birthed the concept of umami. In 1908, Dr. Kikunae Ikeda discovered this deliciousness while eating tofu with kombu. Only in the 1980s was umami internationally recognized as the fifth taste. Westerners are amazed Japan exploited it centuries before science explained why it tastes good. From dashi and umami rose ramen, a global icon. Born post-wabuchi as cheap comfort food, authentic ramen demands patience. Tonkotsu broth simmers 12 to 24 hours for richness. Pressure cookers are faster but never match it. In Japan, simplicity often hides difficulty. This embodies Kanso's simplicity as the pinnacle. Sashimi isn't elaborate because chefs must not hide flaws. Their role isn't improving, but preserving perfection. This disciplined minimalism delivers a pleasantly shocking experience for visitors. Number 14. Cost of living in Japan. The shocking truth for travelers. Japan isn't absurdly expensive. In fact, it's one of the few countries where what you pay generally matches what you get. The biggest factor? The yen's weakest point in nearly 30 years. In 2025, Y160 per USD versus Y110 a few years back. Travel costs drop 30 to 40% for Western visitors, not Japan being cheaper, but your money being stronger. Hence, international tourist numbers keep breaking records, nearly 3.5 million in March 2025 alone. Tokyo isn't cheap compared to Southeast Asia, but in USD or Euro, hotels are surprisingly reasonable for cleanliness, safety, and location. For more savings, head to Osaka, Fukuoka, or Kyoto. Costs drop 20 to 30% with nearly the same experience. Many prefer Osaka's relaxed vibe and food variety. Locals call it the nation's kitchen. Eating out isn't expensive. Gyudon bowls at chain restaurants. The treat Nady Y450, $2.40, $2.80. Reliable ramen chains. $600, $800, while a Big Mac in the US costs $5.69, double the price. Quality rarely drops, even in casual spots. Fresh ingredients, high food safety, serious service. Even convenience store food isn't lazy. Onigiri, just over $1. Ready-made bento, a few dollars, yet tidy. But a rule emerges. Konbini is convenient, not cheapest. Supermarkets can save 50%. You pay for convenience, not lower quality. Overall, international travelers spend around $227,000 $1,420 per trip, roughly $200 day for a week, far below Paris or London, $250, $400 day, while Japan offers more reliable service. Number 15. Essential things travelers must know before visiting Japan. For many Westerners, Japan seems hard to reach. In reality, it's easy. Citizens of the US, Canada, UK, Australia, and most of Europe get 90-day visa-free stays, no interviews, no complicated paperwork, just a valid passport and proof of onward travel. Paperwork is simple, but order is strict. Immigration may ask about accommodation, itinerary, or finances. Using Visit Japan Web, travelers scan a QR code and breeze through airports, often shocking first-time Americans. Japan isn't hard, it just doesn't tolerate ambiguity. The first cultural shock after landing? Cash. Despite being a major economy, cash rules daily life. Many small ramen shops, family restaurants, traditional ryokan, local onsens, and even buses don't take cards. Westerners used to tap payments feel old-fashioned, carrying thick yen stacks. ATMs aren't everywhere, many close at night, especially outside big cities. Popular cash-only restaurants may require tickets from vending machines at the entrance. Next, Japanese train stations. Shinjuku, Shibuya, Tokyo aren't just transport hubs, they're multi-level underground cities. A single station may house 10-plus lines, hundreds of exits, shopping areas, and hotels stacked atop one another. Western visitors are often stunned that exiting the wrong gate can dump you in a completely different district. Knowing the right exit is as crucial as catching the right train. Even leaving the station can add 15 minutes. Final adjustment: waste disposal. Japan enforces strict sorting by type and collection day. Airbnb or homestay guests leaving missorted trash may have it returned. Public bins are rare, so travelers carry trash until sorted properly. To Westerners, extreme but in Japan, managing your waste is personal responsibility, not communal. The 15 secrets of Japan we explored today are truly mind-blowing, making you rethink life here. From unique technologies, vibrant festivals, strange cultural customs, to social rules and loneliness turned into business, they all paint a Japan that is both beautiful and unbelievable. If you were shocked, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next videos uncovering even more astonishing secrets.